Good morning, students. Now, in this class, we are going to talk about stacks. Generally, it is a data structures concept. See, first of all, before going to see stacks, let us see what is a data structure, what are the different types of data structures. Then we will go for the stacks. Generally, it is a third unit. In the third unit, we are going to talk about stacks and the queues. Okay. Then, first of all, what is the data structure? Generally, data structure is nothing but it is the organization of data. That means whenever we have a large amount of data, then if we want to work with a large amount of data, then whenever we are working with large amount of data, then organizing the data is very important. Okay, if the data is organized efficiently, then only we can easily perform any type of operations. If the data is not organized efficiently, then it is very difficult to perform any type of data. See, if you take one example, the one real-time example, see, if you go for library, okay, in library there are so many books are there. Okay, here books is nothing but it is a data. Okay, there are so many books are there. All branches books are combined together. See, if you go to library, then if you want to take one book, okay, then it is very, of course, it will take more time to take the book. Okay, why? Because the entire data is in only one place. Okay, the data is not organized. Okay, why? Because here all department books are in one place. Suppose I have given one work to you, that is, if you go and bring one data structures textbook. Okay, whenever you went for library, okay, all the department books are combined together. Then if you want to search that particular data structures book, it will take more time. Why? Because the data is at only one place. The data is very large. Okay, but it is not the situation. If the situation is now, if the data is organized, that means if the books are organized department wise. Okay, why? Because if the data is large, okay, the books is organized department wise, then if you go for particular data structures book, then it is very easy to bring the book. Why? Because the data is organized. Okay, organized means division. Okay, see why this data structures concept is came here. Data structure is nothing but division or organization. Okay, whenever there is a large amount of data, in order to work that large amount of data, then only we are going to use the data structures concept. Okay, this data structures is a way to store and organize data so that it can be used efficiently. Okay, here the one more thing is the data structure name indicates itself the organizing the data in the memory. Of course, there are many ways of organizing the data in memory, as we have seen. Okay, for example, arrays in C language. Generally, array is a collection of memory elements in which the data is stored sequentially. That is one after one. In one more thing is we can say that array is stores the element in continuous manner. This organization of data is done with the help of the array of data structures. Okay, at the same time, here all of you think that data structure is a programming language. Here data structure it is not a programming language like C, C++, Java. Okay, just it is a set of algorithms that we can use in any programming language to structure the data in the memory. Okay, generally there are two types of data structures are there. Okay, that is, the first one is primitive data structure and the second one is non-primitive data structure. Okay, see what is a primitive data structure. Here these are the we can say these are the fundamental data structures. The primitive data structures are the integer, character, float, double and pointer. All these are the fundamental data structures. All these can hold off a single value. Whereas again non-primitive data structures, in this non-primitive data structures, again we have two types, that is linear and non-linear. Okay, see what is the difference between linear and non-linear. Okay, here linear is nothing but if the memory allocation can be done sequentially, then we can call it as a linear data structure. What about non-linear? Non-linear is nothing but the memory allocation can be done randomly. Okay, so this is the major difference between linear and non-linear. In linear, the memory allocation can be done sequentially, that is one by one, whereas in the non-linear, the memory allocation can be done randomly, that is any place. Okay, whereas if you take the linear data structures, totally we have four topics, that is arrays, linked list, stack, queue. Whereas non-linear data structures, we have again four, that is trees, graphs, sets, tables. Okay, so now we are going to talk about stacks. Okay, a stack is a linear data structure. Okay, stack is a linear data structure. Why? Because linear, under linear we have four: arrays, linked list, stack, and a queue. Okay, so now our topic is regarding stack. Okay, so these are the different categories. Okay, then coming to major operations of a data structure. Okay, if you take any data structure, whatever it may be, linear or non-linear, the major operations which we are going to performing on data structure is searching, sorting, insertion, updation, and deletion. Okay, see here what is meant by searching. Searching is nothing but searching a particular element in the data structure. What about sorting? Sorting is nothing but sort the elements in data structure, either it may be a ascending order or descending order. Okay, see searching for the searching, the real time example is searching a book, searching a particular book from the list of books. At the same time sorting. Okay, so sorting is nothing but arranging the books in subject wise. Okay, next one is insert. Insert is also insert a new element to a data structure, that means inserting, keeping a book into a library. Okay, again updation. Okay, we can also update the element, that is we can replace the element with another element. Okay, this is also one of the operation. Next one is deletion. We can also perform the deletion operation to remove the element from the data structure. Okay, say for example, if you are taking one book from the list of books, means that is nothing but deletion. Okay, so all these are the basic operations of data structures. Okay, so this is the regarding just introduction part of the data structures. Now let's move on to our topic, that is stack. Okay, generally stack, before going to see the actual definition of a stack, generally stack we can call it as a LIF, that is lost in first out. Okay, why we can call stack is a lost in first out, let us see. Before going to see the definition of stack, okay, let us see one real-time examples of stack. Okay, see here if you have a cups. Okay, in this example we have a cups, and at the same time some stack of cafeteria trays. At the same time we have a stack of coins. Here the thing is, if I have some 10 cups. Okay, see, if I want to, all the cups are arranged one by one, that is after one. If you have first cup, then second cup, then third cup, then fourth cup, like that. Okay, see, the thing is, if I want to remove the first cup, it is not possible. Why? Because totally we have 10 cups is there, na? So after removing the 10th cup, then only I am going to remove the ninth cup, then only 8th cup, then only I am going for the first cup. Why? Because if I remove the first cup, automatically remaining cups are break. Okay, or fall down. Okay, here the thing is, in this example what you observe is, okay, here the cup which is inserted last, that is 10th one. Okay, that only I am going to bring first. Okay, that is lost in first out. Okay, the thing, that is the cup which is inserted last. Okay, that only I am going to take out. Okay, that is lost in first out. The same thing only in the example of coins. Okay, if I have 5 coins. Okay, in the among the 5 coins, if I want to remove the second coin, first of all I would like to remove the fifth coin, then only fourth coin, then only third coin. Okay, at the same time trace also. Okay, if I have 20 trays are there now, so among the 20 trays, if I want to remove 10th tray, I can't remove. Why? Because here if I remove 10th tray, remaining trays are fall down. Okay, so here the thing is, the element which is inserted at the last. Okay, that element only we are going to take first. Okay, here at the same time, for insertion and deletion we have only one end, that is only top end. Okay, see here there is two, no, there is no two ends. Okay, here if you take the insertion, or if you take the insertion means, for example, if I have 10 trays. Okay, see first tray I will kept one side only, again second tray, third tray, like this. Okay, of that side only I am going to take out. Okay, that is, even though it will follow the last in first out, the end is only one end only I am going to performing the insertion as well as deletion. Okay, see at the same time there is one more example, trains near railway yard. Okay, see trains near railway yard means, whenever we are working with trains, that means if there is any repair with trains, there is a one shed for repairing the trains. If we have one bogie is there, after that if one bogie will go for the shed. Okay, after that there is one more bogie will went for shed. Okay, there are two bogies are there now. See, after work completed, okay, the thing is the second bogie which is inserted last. Okay, then only it will come out. Okay, this is also one of the example for stack. At the same time, goods in a cargo. Okay, goods in a cargo means, as we have seen some of the transport, that is in Navata transport, Kranti transport, like that. Okay, so all these are the goods in a cargo is also one of the best example for stack. Okay, why? Because if there is a goods from some Hyderabad to some Nellore. Okay, here what will happen? The goods which is inserted lost. Okay, then that goods only we are going to take here first. Okay, so these all are the some of the real time examples of stack. By observing these real time examples, you should know the thing is, here the insertion and deletion can be at only one end, that is at top end. Okay, the thing is, the element which is inserted lost, that only we are going to take out, that is, we can say lost in first out. Okay, lost in first out, that is LIFO. Okay, that's why we can call it as a stack is LIFO. Okay, so here what is the another name for stack? Stack is a lost in first out. Okay, stack is a linear data structure. It will very useful in various applications of computer science. Okay, so stack is, we can call it as a lost in first out, in which all insertion and deletion or operations can be takes place at one end. That end we can call it as a top end. Okay, at the same time, stack is a data structure which will store the data in such a way that last piece of data stored is the first one retrieved. Okay, just now I have said na, so the thing which we will place lost, that one only I am going to take. Okay, so at the same time, stack is a list of elements in which elements may be inserted or deleted only at one end, called top of the stack. Of course, stacks are sometimes called as lost and first out. Okay, here items can be added or removed only from top end, that is top. We can say a lost item to be added to stack is the first item to be removed. At the same time, stack will maintain one variable called top. Why? Because in order to represent the topmost element present in stack. Okay, in the stack, insertion or deletion should be based on the value of the top only. At the same time, the elements are removed in the reverse order of that in which they were added on the stack. That is, lost element is inserted to be the deleted first. Okay, just we can say it is the reverse. See, this is one of the semantic, that is a diagrammatical representation of a stack. Okay, we have only one end, that is top end. In this top end only we are going to performing the insertion and deletion. Here the thing is push and a pop. Push is nothing but we can say, in the terminology of stack, we are going to use the term push instead of insertion. Okay, insertion means push, deletion means pop only. Okay, that a technical definition of a stack is a ordered collection of homogeneous elements. Here homogeneous means same elements. Okay, so we are going to take the same elements. Okay, homogeneous data elements where the insertion and deletions operations are takes place at only one end. Okay, like now we have arrays and arrays concept as well as linked list. Stack is also a linear data structure, but the difference is that in the case of format 2, okay, that is the arrays and linked list, insertion and deletion operations can be takes place at any position. If we take array, if you take linked list also, okay, we are going to performing the insertion and deletion at any place. Okay, but here the thing is the insertion and the deletion operations in the case of stack, or we can say the terms are push and pop respectively. That is, insertion is push, deletion is pop, and the position of the stack where these elements are performed is known as the top of the stack. At the same time, in this one we are going to perform the insertion and deletion at only one end. Okay, and an element is in a stack is termed as item. We can say item or data or whatever it may be. Here one more thing is what here the size. Okay, here size is nothing but the maximum number of elements that a stack can accommodate. Okay, see here size of a stack means, for example, how many number of elements a stack may have. For example, size is 4 means a stack may have maximum of 4 elements. Okay, so this is the size. Here in this one, first I have inserted item 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. So 1 is the topmost element. Okay, of course insertion and deletion can be done at only one end. Then next one, here this is the representations of the stack. Okay, here what will happen, push and pop operations can be done at only one end, that is insertion and deletion. Here in the second one also, first element 1 I have inserted, then element 2, element 3, element 4, element 5 and element 6. Okay, the element 6 will become the topmost element. Why? Because stack will maintain the variable called top in order to represent the topmost element. Okay, if I want to remove the topmost element, that is, if I want to perform the pop operation, then which element is going to be deleted? 6 only. Okay, I can't to delete the element 3. Why? Because if I want to delete the element 3, first of all I want to perform the pop operation of 6, then 5, then 4. Okay, so all these are the some diagrammatical example of stack. Then coming to basic operations of stack. Okay, here the operations of stack we have majorly push operation, or we can say insertion. Second one is pop or delete, and next one is traverse or display. So next one is status, and next one is useful, finally is empty. So all these are the various operations of stack. Okay, so first one is push. Push is nothing but it is a term which is used to insert the element into a stack. Okay, again pop. Pop is a deletion. Pop is a term which is used to delete the element from the stack. At the same time, what is a traverse? Traverse is nothing but to visit each and every data element present in the stack. See, in the stack we have totally 5 elements are there. Na? If you suppose assume that 5 elements are there, see in this traverse I am going to visit from element 1 to element 5. Okay, exactly once from starting to ending. Okay, then what about status? Status is nothing but to know how much percentage of free space available in the stack. Okay, see here the status is nothing but, see for example, if I take the size of it stack is 10 elements. Okay, see already in the stack I have kept 5 elements. Okay, that means remaining I have a chance of keeping 5 elements. Okay, that is the status. Okay, that means this status we are going to represent in the in terms of percentage. Okay, for example, if out of 10 if I kept 5 elements means totally 50 percentage of the stack free in the stack, totally 50 percentage of free space available in the stack. That is the status. Okay, so next one is useful. Okay, useful is nothing but to know whether the stack is full or not. That is nothing but, for example, if the size of stack is 5, okay, however how many elements we are going to store? 5 only. Okay, useful means if a stack may have may reaches the maximum size, that means if the stack size is 5, the elements is 5, it means it is full. Okay, useful is nothing but to know whether the stack is full or not. At the same time, is empty. Is empty is nothing but to know whether the stack is empty or not. Okay, so all these are the basic operations of stack. Okay, then coming to representation of stack. Okay, let us say take one stack of size 6. Okay, that is maximum size is 6 elements. This is the, we can call it as a size of the stack. The number of elements to be added should not exceed the maximum size of the stack. Okay, if the size is 6 means we can store maximum 6 elements only. Okay, if we try to add a new element beyond the maximum size, okay, that means if we are going to insert the seventh element, okay, we will encounter a situation called stack overflow. Why? Because the size of the stack is 6 only, we can't insert the elements more than 6 now. If even though I am trying to insert the next one more element is, then we can call it is a stack overflow. Similarly, we cannot remove the element beyond the base of the stack. In such cases we will reach the stack overflow. Okay, see here the thing is, if there is no elements are there in the stack is empty. Okay, even though we are going to remove the elements, okay, then what will happen? Stack underflow condition. Okay, why? Because there is no elements for deletion. Okay, here this is stack overflow and stack underflow. Okay, then this is one example in order to perform the basic operations, how we are going to done here. Initially, what is the condition for top stack is full? We should know the two things, that is, what is the condition for stack full and what is the condition for stack empty. Okay, in order to understand those two conditions, major two conditions, let us see this example. Here the topmost, whenever the top equal to 0, then stack is empty. Okay, top equal to 0, stack is empty. Okay, then initially I have inserted 11, then automatically top will become 1. From 0 to 1 it will move. Again I have inserted the 22. Okay, 22 I have inserted, then top will become from 1 to 2. Again I have inserted 33, then top will become 2 to 3. If you observe, whenever whenever I am going to performing the push operation, okay, always we are going to increase the top value by 1. Initially 0, from 0 to 1, and 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Okay, that means whenever I am going to performing the push operation, always top will become top equal to top plus 1. Okay, top equal to top plus 1. Okay, so initially top is 0. Okay, 1 means 0 plus 1. Again now top equal to 1. Okay, 2 means 1 plus 1, like this. Okay, here the thing is, whenever I am going to performing the top of push operation, top is always become top equal to top minus 1. Same thing. Okay, if I performing the pop operation, okay, so in this case also, if I remove 33, then automatically top will become from 3 to 2. Okay, again 22, from 2 to 1. Okay, top will come. Okay, again 11. Okay, from 1 to 0. Then what will happen? Whenever I am going to performing the pop operation, it will automatically decrease one value. Okay, that means whenever I am going to performing the pop operation, the top will become top equal to top minus 1. Okay, here you should remember these two things, that is, whenever I am going to performing the push operation, top equal to top plus 1, I am going to performing the pop operation, top equal to top minus 1. See, what is the condition for stack empty? If top equal to 0, then we can call it as a stack empty. Okay, see here one more thing is, when can we say the stack is full? Okay, here if you see, the total maximum size of the stack is 0 to 4, that is 5 elements only. Okay, that means we can store the 5 elements into the stack. Okay, whenever a top greater than or equal to size. Okay, that means if I am going to insert the sixth element, we cannot insert. Okay, that means whenever top greater than or equal to size means greater than or equal to means, again I am going to insert one more element, that is after 5. Okay, that is sixth element. Okay, then what will happen? It will show the stack full. Okay, so what is the condition for stack full? So top greater than or equal to size, or top greater than or equal to n. Okay, n means a maximum number of elements. Then we can say stack is full. Okay, so this is also one of the example. Okay, simply here first of all I am going to insert the element A. A is the topmost element. Then I am going to insert the element, that is insert means here push B element. Okay, then again I am going to performing the push operation of C. Again T, push operation of T. Again I am going to performing the pop operation. If the pop see, if you observe here, D is the topmost element. After performing the pop operation, the topmost element is C. Okay, after performing the pop, the topmost element is B. Again the topmost element is A. Okay, like this. Okay, here there is one more example. Here the size of the stack is 4. Okay, that is 0 to 3. Okay, in previous example I have said top whenever top equal to 0, then what is the we can say stack is empty. Okay, then how it is possible is, see here, whenever first of all if I am going to performing the push operation, push of 10. Okay, here top equal to 0, then again push of 20, top equal to 1, that means it will represent the topmost element. Push of 30, okay, that is 2. Again here push of 40, that is top 3. Again here what will happen, whenever I am going to performing the push operation, top equal to top plus 1. So here push of again I am going to insert the 50. Okay, push 50. Okay, it will overflow. Why? Because just now I have said, now stack is full whenever top greater than or equal to size. Okay na, here size is 4 na. Okay na, whenever top greater than or equal to 4, what will happen, stack full, that is overflow. Whenever I am going to performing the pop operation, first of all pop of 40. Okay, then top will become 2. Again pop of 30, top will become 1. Again pop of 20, top will become 0. Here what will happen is, whenever I am going to perform the pop operation, top will become top minus 1. Here if you observe here, top is at 0. Okay, at 0 means if I am going to performing the pop operation, okay, again top will become, what will happen, top equal to top minus 1. And now the top is at 0. Okay, 0 means top equal to top minus 1. Okay, here after performing the pop operation, automatically top will become top minus 1. It means 0, if we performing the top minus 1 on 0, what will happen, top equal to minus 1. Okay, see what is the less than value of 0, it is minus 1 only. Okay, here top is at 0, of course the topmost element is 10. I am going to performing the which operation, pop operation. See, whenever I am performing the pop operation, what will happen, top equal to top minus 1, that is 0 equal to 0 minus 1, what will happen, minus 1. Okay, see when top equal to minus 1, what is the condition, stack is empty. Okay, see that is the condition. Okay, so by seeing these examples you should know that whenever I am going to performing the push operation, top equal to top plus 1, for pop operation, top equal to top minus 1. So what is the condition for stack empty? What is the condition for stack empty is top equal to 0 or top equal to minus 1. We can say top stack is empty. See what is the condition for stack full, top greater than or equal to size or max size. So these are the conditions. Okay, then again if you take the representation of the stack, okay, mainly we are going to represent the stack in two ways. That is one dimensional array representation. Next one is a single linked list representation. Okay, in the one dimensional array representation, simply stack itself, it is a stack. We are going to represent the stack as array. 1D array is nothing but it is used to hold the element of the stack. Here variable top is nothing but to keep the topmost element of the stack. Here max, we are going to use the variable called max. It is used to constant, used as a constant which gives the maximum size of the stack. Okay, see simply the elements which are present in the stack, those elements in continuously, first of all those elements only we are going to represent into the stack, into the array. See in the stack I have 3 elements, that 10, 20, 30. If those 3 elements, if I represent into a array, in the array first element is 10, second element is 20, third element is 30. Okay, of course. Okay, here in this example there are 2 elements, second element is the topmost element. Okay, then next one is so here also this is one more example. Here what will happen, first of all I have
performing the push operation, push of 70, push of 80, push of 10, then push of 50, and push of 40. Then if whenever top equal to -1, what will happen? What top equal to -1 after performing the if I want to perform the pop operation, pop of 40, then 50, then 10, then pop of 80, then automatically top equal to at 70, pop of 70 is what will happen? Then top equal to -1. Okay, then stack is empty. Okay, so here this is also one of the representation. Okay, here totally how many elements are there? 70, 80, 10, no, 50, 40. Okay, if we represent the elements into the array, so in the array first element is 70, second element is 80, next element is 10, next 50, next 40. So 40 element is the topmost element. Okay, see here there is one operation called now top equal to -1. -1 indicates stack empty. Whenever top equal to top -1 means top plus 1. When it will become top equal to top plus 1? After performing the push operation, the value of the top incremented by the one integer. Then top equal to top -1 means after performing the pop operation, value of the top is decremented by 1. Okay. So next one is a linked list, that is single linked list representation of a stack. Generally, as of we know that a linked list is nothing but it is a collection of nodes. Okay, of course, in single linked list, each and every node will contain the two pods, that is address pod and data pod. Okay, data pod is nothing but to store the data. Address pod is nothing but to store the address of the next node. Okay, of course, the first node address will have in the header pod. Okay, at the same time, last node in the last node, the address pod is nothing but null. Okay, see here the thing is, if I have one stack, the elements of the stack, if I represent into the linked list, what will happen? If I have some 3 elements, for example 3 elements, that is 10, 20, 30. Okay, here these 3 elements, if I represent into the linked list, what will happen? I am going to take 3 nodes. Okay, that is node 1, node 2, node 3. In the 3 nodes, I am going to take the 3 elements, that is 10 node, 20, 30. Of course, a node may contain data pod, so the data may be in the data pod. The address in the address pod will have the address of the next node. Okay, see the first element is 10, second element is 20, third element is 30. Okay, of course the elements which we are going to represented in the nodes manner. Okay, why? Because it is a single linked list. Okay, so the topmost element is 30. Okay, so it is one representation of the linked list. At the same time, we can say it is a horizontal representation. Okay, we are going to represent the elements which are present in the stack in a vertical manner also. Okay, see, vertical manner means here for example, if my stack will contain 4 elements, that is 10 node, 20, 30, 40. Okay, see here the element 10. Okay, total 4 elements are there now, so we have 4 nodes. Okay, first node, second node, third node, fourth node. Okay, of course here the first node address will have 100, the address will have the in the header pod. Okay, again we have the second node will have value is 20. Okay, again third node will have value 30, again fourth node will have value, that is data pod, value means data pod, that is 40. Okay na, so topmost element is 40. Okay, here the last node, the address pod will contain the next, that we can say it is x, it is nothing but null. Okay, here if we connected a single link means, okay, it is a linked list. Whenever if it is a linked list, if 2 nodes are connected in a linked list manner, then what will happen? The next node address will be stored in the previous node address pod. Okay, here if you see here, this 100 is stored, the starting node address will be stored in the header only. Okay, 100 will be stored in the start, it means it is a header. See, if you see the 20, 300. Okay, here what is 300? 300 is the next node address. Okay, okay, so that's why 300. Here if you see the 10, 200, 200 is the next node address. Okay, next node address is 200. Okay, like no, here 30, 400, here 400 is the next node address. Okay, here 40, x means there is no node. Okay, there is no node in the linked list, so the last node next pod or last node address pod will have the null. Okay, that is x. Okay, so this is the representation of the stack using single linked list. Okay, thank you.